Hello and welcome to the Depot Show, a series of videos where I'll talk you through announcements and posts made on the World of Tanks official website. I'm your host, Ixter101. Quick disclaimer to remind you that this isn't official content as this is my personal channel, therefore this is personal content. That being said, let's begin. So World of Tanks have announced that between the 17th to 18th of September and the 23rd to 25th of September at 7 PM to 10 PM Central European Time, that's UTC +2 for us Brits, they will be running repeatable missions for players to complete. These missions will be providing varying amounts of XP and credit multipliers throughout the weekends, allowing players to gain, in Wargaming's own word, tons of extra XP and credits. Now at first there was a bit of backlash from the players within the community. This is due to the amount of hours that were actually available for grinding. The article states that there were 9 days of time-limited harvest hour missions. This is what they're calling these new collections of missions. Players were upset because the event was teased as a full 10-day event prior to this announcement, leading to speculation that it may have been a marathon or stage 4 to a battle pass like the SHPTK, the new Czech tank destroyer. The fact that it's time-limited and only takes place on weekends during the evenings did not sit well with most vocal players. Some basic math showed that realistically you only ended up with 15 hours worth of effective grinding time or potential, a stark difference to the 10 days players were expecting. Players took to the forums to share their discontent with this news, such as this player here who states, "So this is the mystery event starting today that didn't start today." Or this guy who speculates, "This looks like a backup plan for some other special event they couldn't finish on time." Another player also vented his frustrations on the forum by stating, "Is this the 16 SEP to 26 SEP mystery event? A 10-day event at the end of summer is usually a marathon. Instead, we have a 5-day event spread over 9 days. Have I missed something, or have Wargaming just gone out and painted the town beige?" Which, may make him sound extremely entitled, but he's not wrong. It is usually a marathon or some other sort of event that lasts a full 10 days. Now, some players may be asking, what's the actual purpose of this entire event? Why have they even created this? This comes down to the event revolving around the celebration of harvest and links strongly to the German and Bavarian tradition of Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest, if you're wondering, is a festival that started in 1810s as a celebration for the Bavarian crown prince who went on to become King Louis I and ended up marrying the Princess Therese von Sachsen-Hildburghausen, a name I definitely just butchered, so I'm sorry. The festival has over the centuries become more about celebrating harvest and drinking as opposed to the actual wedding celebration. So as a nod to the large German player base that World of Tanks Europe has, we now have October XP Fest. This would also explain why the event is limited to the evenings and on weekends, because this is probably when most players celebrating Oktoberfest will be drinking. And we can't possibly have a lot of drunk players playing World of Tanks during the weekends now, can we? So context and history class aside, October XP Fest is an in-game special based loosely on a German celebration and drinking event, which is also based loosely on a celebration from the 1810s. Who would have thought? But what are the actual repeatable harvest hour missions Wargaming are giving us? All you need to do is play random battles between the hours of 7 PM to 10 PM Central European Time, once again UTC +2 for us tea-drinking Brits, and in return for each of those matches, you will be given either a ×2 or ×3 multiplier for XP and a ×1.5 multiplier for credits, depending on the weekend you play on. Last weekend was ×2.5 for XP, this weekend is ×3 for XP. Now Wargaming also claims that you can build up your reserves and stock of XP in their article by playing and completing the XP Fest missions, while also playing and completing the Fever missions, the XP Fever missions. Now, this is a monthly special that happens more or less every single month. Now, this doesn't mean that the rewards will be stacking between the two, just you'll get rewards for XP Fest as well as Fever XP. So, not really that much to note there. All in all, I think the event is a huge plus, aside from its questionable reasonings for existing. I'm not a huge fan of how it was kept under the wraps and hyped up as being this mystery event though, because of course it led to a lot of unhappy players who didn't necessarily expect this and were expecting a marathon instead. Most players thought it was very misleading. However, we have to remember that there's no actual responsibility from Wargaming to have to give us any sort of bonuses, any sort of missions or specials at any point throughout the day, month, week, year, whatever you want. So it's kind of nice of them to give us something. I'm going to take advantage of this by playing with my friends this weekend because it's completely free. I don't lose anything for it, aside from my time and sanity. That being said, let me know what you think of October XP Fest and how you plan on taking advantage of this Harvest Hour missions. I'm Ixter, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh hey, you're still here. Well, if you're looking for more content, here's a quick reminder that I stream on Twitch as well as post on Twitter and other social media platforms. I'll leave the link down below in the description. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and let me know what you think down below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future content.